Alright guys, I'm back from a long break and it's been almost a month since I uploaded a new video and I was busy with stuff like my exams but I'm back, and in this video I'm going to show you how to create a form using HTML and CSS. Now I'm not going to go into the backend side of things like the server side of things. I'm just going to do the front end stuff. That is what you see here. And in our HTML file, I've got form, and inside that I have the input. So basically we use input tag to get an input from our user. So we can define what type of input we want in here. So type and then text. So when I enter something, it's gonna be just text. And the next one I have here is the type, which is the password, where you cannot see what you type, like this dot. Basically a password box. And here is a submit, which is basically just a button. So with this is basically it. So I have also given a BR tag, which stands for breaking a line. So if I don't have it here, basically I would have something like this. Hold on a second. Like this. So when I put BR, it's gonna break the line and it will be coming right beneath it. So everything will be vertically aligned. And coming to our CSS file, I have this comment here, which is the colors that I'm gonna give it. So the background color is right here, which is this nice sky blue color. And then I've put display flex and justify content center, align item center, and height 100%. This is basically what I do to center my form. So whatever is inside the body is always going to be in the center of what I'm seeing here. And you can see there is a scroll bar here, and for hiding that I'm gonna do a overflow hidden property. So HTML and then overflow y direction hidden, and there you go, it's vanished. Basically we are using the overflow y to specify the direction, so it was vertically, the scroll wheel was on the vertical side of things, so I'm gonna hide the y-axis. And yeah, now let's go to modify our form. So for that I am gonna do form, the tag, and then give it the background color of this one. Just copy it and paste it here. Where does semicolon come from? Anyway, now you cannot see the, wait a second, okay, I just copied it twice, sorry. Alright, now it's working. So actually it is covering the backside. I'm sorry, it's actually covering the whole rectangle here, but we cannot just see it because there are no spaces in between. And for that I am gonna give it a padding of 6 pixels, let's say, and there you go. Now you can see it clearly, and I think that's it. Alright, one more thing, I'm gonna also give it a border radius of 4 pixels, so it will give a curved look to it. And then also a box shadow of 0 pixels, and then the blurred out radius, or the region where the amount of blur it should have, will be 5 pixels, and then give it a black color, so somewhere around here. Alright, now it's getting kind of a 3D look to it. And I'm just gonna increase this blur rate. Alright, I have a nice looking box here. And moving on to the input, I'm gonna take everything from the input tag and then modify it, just giving it a margin bottom of maybe 10 pixels. Alright, maybe a little more, 12 pixels. Alright, and a padding of 10 pixels. There you go, now it's looking good. And next thing I have to do is offset the submit button. So for that I am gonna give this a class of button btn. So I'm gonna use this to specify this input, and which has a class name button btn for short. So it's like giving us a name, giving it a name, not us. So taking the button and then write 20 pixels. Wait a minute, sorry, I'm not going to use right, but margin left side. So from here I need a margin so that it could be going here, and which is gonna be 52 pixels. Alright, it's centered nicely now, but there is one problem. There is a slight border that we can see here when we hover it, and it will be prominent when we give it the background color. Background color, let's say brown. Here you can see there is some kind of border in here. So in order to get rid of that, we can write border and then give it none. So there will be no border existing there. There you go. And also I'm gonna give it a border radius of 4 pixels. Alright, now I'm gonna get rid of this background color since I don't need it now. There we go. It's looking nice now. Also I'm gonna change its font size, font family, to something like serif. Alright, I'm going for this look. You can pick any font you want. And I also need some effects when I hover it. So btn, and then I'm gonna do a pseudo class selector and use hover. And here the background color is gonna be a darkish gray. I'm gonna use the color picker here, and there you go. I personally think this green is having a good contrast with this blue here. And then font color, a color of a gray. This is basically the font color that I'm going to specify here. And there we go. Alright. Now it's looking great now when we hover it, but there is no transition here. So for that I'm going to use a transition of 0.3 seconds. Right, now it's getting a transition nicely or smoothly from this white to this green. Anyway, now we are moving on to this squares here, which is the placeholders. And you can see a text in here, then that is called a placeholder, which I have specified here. So placeholder, and then enter your mail ID and enter your password. So this is basically a text that will vanish away when you start writing. So it's just to tell us about what we need to enter in this box. So we need to modify the box now, and for that I am gonna use, alright, one more thing I forgot to mention, there is a outline here that you cannot see. Yeah, maybe you can see there is an outline or around the box. So we need to get rid of the outline in this box here, and for that I am gonna go to the input and then give it an outline of none. Now the outline will be gone. Yeah, there you go. When you click it, there won't be any outline that will be showing here. Now moving on to styling our box. So when you type it, it kind of looks bland, you know. There isn't any cool things that happen when you start typing or when you click it. So for that we are going to use input, and then I'm going to use a placeholder 0. So I need to change this placeholder or make it, give it a fading effect when I click it. So placeholder, and then give it a color of dark gray. Actually I'm just gonna stick with it. I will come back to this placeholder once I style what it needs to do when I click it. So I'm gonna use the input placeholder, or actually it's actually input, what was it? Sorry guys, I forgot about something. I need to put input and then focus. Yeah, that was right, focus. And then I have to put placeholder. Alright, and I'm gonna give it a opacity of 0, so it will become transparent when I click it. But now you cannot see anything specifically here, but I am gonna give it a transition. So transition 0.3 seconds, and now you will get a nice fade in animation like this. Actually I am gonna give it a, I'm gonna increase the padding here, so 8px might be right. Alright, it's looking great now. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and learned something new in the way. But also I need to state one thing, that when I type something here, let's example say codes programmer, and then I'm gonna enter something like a password 1 2 3 and I submit, nothing's gonna happen since there is no backend stuff. It's only front-end stuff, which means you cannot interact with it. When you click anything, nothing will happen. So for initiating, you need the backend stuff. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know I have said it I'm just gonna say it once again. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and learned something new in the way. Subscribe if you like this kind of video, and like it if you like this video, and see you guys in the next video.